Hello, 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 and welcome to the stream. I'm DxT Hobo, and today we have more from RPR, no assist GP1, and we are here in Texas, USA, otherwise known as Circuit of the Americas. And before we get into the nitty gritty, let's get into what happened last week and current where we stand in the season as it's starting to come to an end with this shorter season format. And what I'll do, I will jump on board with this Mercedes as it comes out the pit lane. So we've got some background noise and stuff. There we go. I don't know why I did that, but there we go. Okay, so driver standings. Jack is leading the way with 211 points, and I am on good authority to know that if he scores 2 points, or more than 2 points today, he will take the drivers championship for this season, this shortened season. But he will take the championship and he'll be unable to be caught. So let's see what happens here in this amazing track that is Texas, or Circuit of the Americas. Second place at the moment we have Johnny with 153, I believe that is. Yeah, 153. Third place we have that guy Alex, currently in third place with 90 points, up one place. DxT Moreland has dropped down to fourth with 86 points after that DNF last week and the collision with Cherry we saw on string. DxT James Al saves where he is in fifth place with 77 points. Avi jumps up 2 places, I believe there's 3 places, I believe that is. 3 places, Avi jumps up with 52 points. Cherry drops down a place and is in 7th with 51. Chub is in 8th with 48, also dropping down a place. Frenzy up a place, also on 48, so it's getting close there for that mid-pack battle. Then we have Scotty in 10th with 45, dropping down 2 places there. Speedy is in 11th with 33 points, staying where he is, along with Carl, who's on 28 points. Aladifa also staying where he is in 13th on 26 points. Andreas in 14th place on 18 points. He's only made one race, so is he here today? It doesn't look like it, so he'll be staying where he is as well. 15th place we have Womax, who's up 2 places, scoring 8 points so far in the season. El Stefano dropping down into 16th with 7 points. Rob Simracer also dropping down to 17th with 6 points. Then we have Erez in 18th with 2 points. He's not had a really good season. He's not had a good season at all, Erez, which is unlike him. Charlie also having one race and 1 point scored, stays where he is with 1 point. And GGC having a stinker this season is last with nil points in 20th place. Well, that does to your constructor standings. Ferrari currently leading the way with 259. Aston Martin are in second with 198. Red Bull remain in third with 93. Alpine are in fourth with 90. AlphaTauri are in fifth with 84. Williams are in sixth with 66. That's really hard to say if you've got a lisp. Seventh, we have the Haas team with 54, tied with Mercedes, also on 54. We have McLaren are in ninth with 6 points, and yet to score is the Alfa Romeo team with nil points. And there we go. So we're on board still with DxT James Al as he's about to finish his first stint on the medium tyre as well. So just a little sighter lap really for James Al. Remember, it's only short quali here. Hi, Mrs. Carl, how are you? I'm very well, thank you for asking. There we go. The first time crossing is 134.8. That is by James Al. Can he get beaten by the Haas of Adifa? No, 135.6. We're going to jump back to, I believe it is a Williams. No, not Williams. It's Alpine? Maybe Alpine? Where's the Alpines? There we go. Oh, it's Outlap. There we go. And that Cronin Cork, or that guy Alex, is about to start his lap now for his first time lap. We'll jump to someone on a hot lap. Here we go. Cherry 135.9 as we're on board now with his teammate Speedy as he enters the final sector. Rob set to 137.4. Speedy on these soft tyres. We've got a new fastest lap from Jack, our championship leader, 132.9. So can he get beaten? Can he get beaten? I'm glad to hear it, Mrs. Cole. Glad to hear it. Oh, woo. Juice everywhere. And here we go now. Speedy back to cross the line. Will he go top? No, second place, 134.6. Not a bad time though for his first lap. Area's about to cross the line as well. He goes up into 6th, 136.2. Got a Red Bull across the line of Moyland. He's had a bit of a bad season this year. Can he improve in the last few races? Yes. He goes 133.5. If you didn't watch last week's race, got a massive connection with Cherry, which sent him into a wall. And if you did miss that, check it out on TikTok, on the RPR TikTok. It was caught lovely on that. Mr. Carl now about to start his flying lap, so we'll come back to him in a minute and see where he lays. Anyone else a set laps I might have missed? Doesn't look like it. Alex now coming to the end of his lap. Going to cross the line. What's he going to set? Is he going to go anywhere near the top? Yes, 134.5. A good settle time from him. Then we have Mr. Carl through the S's. No one else on an actual lap as such. Other than see these guys here. We'll go on board with Mr. Cole. Heavy braking here into the hairpin before the long back straight of this track. The sun beaming down. Almost need sunglasses for this part of the track. In quali it does get very blinding. Hitting maximum speed of 200 miles per hour just before the braking point. 198 that was there on the speedo. He goes very, very deep there, so he's losing a lot of time into that corner. Through the slower, I say the triple hairpins, I suppose. You go 90 degree left, or 180 degree left, 180 degree right, 180 degree left. Back and forth as you sweep round here into the final two corners now. Misses the apex there, but careful not to run wide and invalidate his lap. Final corner now, lovely kiss of the apex. Last time with DRS to the line, and it's a 136.6 there for the Hash driver, and I'm sure he can do better than that. El Stefano goes up into 6th place, 135.2. Who else we got? We got someone here. Khalid. Khalid's jumping in as a reserve today, so we'll see what Khalid can do in the Alpine. Cade? Am I saying his name right? I don't see his Khalid, is it? It's Cowd. But anyway, whatever his name is, coming around the last corner now. Bit heavy on the brakes there. Lovely kiss of the apex. Slow and steady. Nice and smooth. Does a 1:38.1. I'm sure he can do better than that. Scotty just about to start his lap now. We just started his lap, so we're doing on board with Scotty as he goes through or approaches the Beckett's-esque part of the track. Full throttle into the first two. Easing off a little bit for the final. There's a very, very nice line. Oh, I say very nice line. He's gone a bit wide there, no. That's the problem in the message. You make one mistake, you go offline completely, and it's very difficult to regain. We also have Dutch Face is back racing, which is good to see. A familiar face on the grid. He's coming out to start his lap. So we'll jump on board with Dutch Face in a little while. Yellow flags are waving as it looks like a Hash is getting out of the way there. I'll probably Mr. Cole. Evening, Cons. How are you doing, pal? We miss you on track, bud. Needs to get back in the driving seat. Scotty now. I don't believe Scotty will be setting blistering times here. He's a couple of mistakes, a couple of corners he wants to just tighten up a little bit. His teammate, on the other hand, is just about to start his outlap, so we'll keep an eye on that as well. As we're watching this lovely shot there from the cameras, lovely broadcast shot in the setting sun here in Texas. Full throttle to the line and a 135.1. He could definitely do better than that. I can expect him to see a 134, at least a mid 134. Chubb goes 5th fastest at 134.5. So not bad time from him. Anyone else I might have missed? Dutch Face. He's invalid his lap, so it's not a good start really. And Johnny Stokes now. Johnny Stokes on his lap now. We'll go on board and we have a bit of silence while Johnny Stokes goes on his lap. So Alexi just come back from Zumba with an attitude. There we go. Love to hear it. It's not attitude actually. Yeah, I'm good, man. Little baby Hobo is currently sleeping. He's having a little nice long nap, but it's really hot in his room, 30 degrees. Yeah, Johnny's pulled out of his lap there, but he's gonna try hit another one. Oh, he's not. He's going straight into the pits. We have Jack and Moylan both on outlaps at the moment in similar parts of the track. Speedy also on an outlap at the starter lap. Scotty's into the pit. Going around again, maybe. Dutch Face, where's Dutch Face out on track? Dutch Face going through. They'll just finish the S's now. Yeah, I've got the little monitor here watching Baby Hobo as he's sound asleep. You can't really see it though, but yeah, he's in there somewhere. In there somewhere. Oh, and another inval from Dutch Face. You can tell he's been out of practice. Hopefully he picks it up in a little while. We'll jump on board with Moylan's as he goes through the S's. Will he be looking to end his unlucky run as he threads his way through there? A bit off-putting, but does it quite well. Moylan has been dabbling in a bit of iRacing along with myself, Rob, and DxT Nevo, with a couple other drivers as well, Dutch Face being one of them. So do look out for DxT Motorsport in upcoming streams and potentially another league. I'll keep you updated on that. But yeah, we've got some irons in the fire. You know what? You know me. I like to dabble in everything. So fingers crossed, we'll get some news out to you guys very soon once we get things finalised. Moylan now approaching, well, going through the last sector. So I keep saying approaching all of a sudden. Final two corners to navigate now. Lovely stuff there. Keep it nice and wide, but not too wide. Can he clip his apex here? Car looking very dusty here in this setting sun of Texas. And it is an improvement, but not enough to threaten Jack. As Jack crosses the line, then he goes 5 or 6 tenths faster, 133.3, a full second faster than DxT Moylan there in the Red Bull. Is anyone capable of stopping Jack tonight? Let's have a look who else we got on board with. Any other laps flying in? James Al just started a lap, so we'll keep an eye on that in a bit. El Stefano's invalid his lap already, so it must have been this and next lap he got. Erez coming around the last sector. We'll keep an eye on Erez. Looks like he's pulled off though. Is he out of fuel? I think Erez is out of fuel. It does look like it according to steering wheel. He's out of fuel, so this won't be a valid lap. Where's the McLaren of Rob? He's invalid his lap as well. Dutch Face invalid it again. Where is the Alpine? Who's behind that? Is it Speedy? No. Where's Cherry then? There's Cherry. That's the out lap from Cherry. Red Bull El Stefano. Is he coming round? No, he's too far away. Moylan's on an in lap. Scotty on an out lap. Johnny's in the pits. Anyone on a bloody hot lap? No, we'll stay on board with James Al. We've gone for everyone and back to James Al again. Lovely line through there in the 54 Mercedes. It is nice seeing the black Mercedes back on track again. Beautiful looking car, especially with the blue accents as well. Oh, very, very wide there. It's lucky to keep that on the track, really. Crosses the line. It is a massive improvement. 1 second faster and a 133.7. Moylan's into the pits, had enough. He can't do better than that. So he'll settle for so far in second place. Scotty on and push lap now as he's invalid going through the yeses. That's not good for him. El Stefano starting lap. We'll see what he can do in a little while. We jump on board with the Haas. I believe that is Mr. Carl on an out lap. So we won't jump on board with him. Rob. Oh, who's that in the wall? Ah, Cherry's on the wall. Cherry's on the wall. What's damage? I don't even know what damage is. I haven't even got damage on. What is going on with me today? No damage on. I've got to make that on. Right, so we'll check his damage out in a second while Sim Hub loads. Rob going through the final sector. Looks like it's going to be on a push lap in a minute because he's used not hardly any ERS. Alright, I've got to pause it again while I jump back to my stream. And here we go. Okay, let's jump that back on. Here we go. Oh, wing damage for Rob. That's why he's going so slow. Cherry somehow got away with no damage there at all. Not sure how that happened. Scotty invalid it. El Stefano is going through the third sector as we speak. Mr. Cole started his lap. So we'll jump on board with not El Stefano. With El Stefano just invalid it. El Stefano. Cherry started a lap there, so he either says he's done a hot lap, he's not because he had a spin. Rob's retired from the session. That's all he can do for the time being. Mr. Carr, as he goes around the back straight, is he going to get a tow from anyone? Doesn't look like it. That Mercedes is a bit too far away. A couple of drivers on out laps, including Jack and Alex, and also Chubb as well. 1 minute 20 left in this session. Anyone in the pits now will not have time to go out again. That will be basically them done. Dutch Face has left session, so not good from him with his connection. But there's a bit of traffic ahead of Carl here, but Carl's moved out the way nicely. We have Scotty about to start a lap. Hopefully a valid lap. And here we go. Again, more blinding sunlight for Carl. Full throttle to the line. Is he going to be improving? Yes, up into fourth. A 134.4. That's an unbelievable time from Carl. Brilliant time. A DxT 234 right now. Speedy letting the sour down a little bit. We'll jump on board. Where is Chubb? Chubb's on a lap. We'll go on board with Chubb actually because I haven't seen much of Chubb today. Obviously sporting that lovely, was it Forza? The Forza Ferrari for the Monaco, the Monza Grand Prix or the Italian Grand Prix. Bit of a spin. Look, appears to be in the S's by an Alpine. Flag is waving now, so this will be the last laps for these drivers. And I believe Chubb is the next one to cross the line anyway, so we'll go with Chubb. Right behind him does appear to be Johnny Stokes, who not set a lap yet. He's currently sitting down in 17th, so he needs to have a good lap here as Chubb's gone really, really wide and deep, so that will be the end of his lap. We'll jump back to Johnny Stokes. Again, looks fairly slow from Johnny. Is there a problem with Johnny? Doesn't look like he's pushing that hard. Cherry's retired and that's be in the pits. And no ERS being used here from Johnny. Wonder what's going on with Johnny Stokes. No hot lap being deployed at all. He's run out of time. He's into the pits. So Johnny will start last here today. Alex jumps up to fourth, beating Carl's time 134.1, sorry. Also, Erez there, jumping up into ninth, 134.8. We have a spinner. Who's the spinner? Ah, it's Cowd. Cowd spun. Who else we got on board? Jack is on a push lap. Again, not much overtake being used. I think he's into the pits. He is. He's not happy with his lap at all. He'll be into the pits. Is there LED for crossing the line? No, he's cutting corners. So he's given up. I think that'll be the end of it. I can't see anyone else on hot laps. No, Scotty's gone really wide there. Yeah, I think that is it for this session of quali. And this will be your order. Abandoned lap. Ah, Moyland. Yeah, Johnny at the back is a bit of a strange one. Why he abandoned it, I don't know. Because surely setting a lap is better than setting no laps. Because set one lap, he would have at least jumped two cars. How was Zumba? Did you do your? Did you show me what you show me your moves? I'm gonna do it on stream for us. Zumba, Zumba. You got to pay me. Fine, I'll take that. You heard it on stream. You heard it on stream. I'm gonna get paid to receive a dance. You all heard it. All five of you heard it. I want you just to confirm that in the chat. I'm gonna get paid to get dance. Jack, use that in the TikTok. Get it forever. No, 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 no. Camera caught it. Camera heard everything there. All right, so here we go. So your starting grid for this, what is it, Austrian Grand Prix. Austin Grand Prix in Texas, aka the Circuit of the Americas, aka USA, one of three. Here we go. Jack, your pole sitter. In second place, we have. Smells like toast. Second place, we have Moyland. Third place, James Al. Johnny, that guy Korg, that Cronin Korg, is in fourth. Carl with an amazing qualifying up into fifth, beating Speedy as well. Fantastic from him. Speedy in sixth, Scotty in seventh, Chubb in eighth. Erez starting in ninth, El Stefano will start in 10th, Ali Difa in 11th, Cherry in 12th, Robin 13th, Cowd in 14th, Dutchface in 15th, 16th is Frenzy, and not setting a lap, surprisingly, is Johnny. So that's a bit of a story there. So I wonder if Johnny's going to attempt to do a last to first. Has he lost concentration? Has he given up hope? I don't know. It looks a bit gloomy here in Texas on the Sunday morning. Ah! Okay, I've just bloody went to drink and I forgot my mouth. Ah! Ah! What? I'm not going to bed yet, am I? It's 9 o'clock. Oh. Okay, so as I've missed my mouth for some strange reason, we're waiting for these guys to pick their setups. And we'll see how this race pans out. Definitely looking forward to this track. We paused it by mistake because I am trying to sort something out. Did that come on screen? No, it didn't. Cool. Okay, so waiting for these drivers now to pick setups. If they hurry up about it, would be nice. And there we go. So what we'll do, hide that bit, and we'll jump to the tyre choices. So, ooh, okay, very samey. So Jack, Moyland, James, Alex, Carl, all choosing the mediums. Speedy's chosen the softs, so he needs to get past this pack of medium runners quickly to make them softs work for him. Then we have Scotty, Chubb, Erez, El Stefano, Adidifa, and Cherry all on mediums. Rob chosen the soft tyre there, so looking to cut through the pack a little bit. We have Cowd on the mediums, Dutchface on the softs as well. And then finally, Frenzy and Johnny both on mediums. And no one's choosing a hard tyre today. Will it feature? I don't know. But looking like Johnny's got all the work today. He's got so much work to put in if he wants any chance to stop Jack. The only one that can stop Jack at the moment is Moreland up top. Maybe Alex and James could have a say in it as well, but who knows? Jack does look ridiculously quick today. A whole second faster than Moreland in quali. And we've obviously got a returner, a prodigal son with Dutch Face. What can he do in his first race back? And Cowd as well. So here's this pit stop strategy. Soft to medium, you can pick about lap 12. If you're medium to hard, probably about lap 14, 15, give or take. So not too different in tyre wear. Obviously, if you can make them softs last, a couple of safety cars, VSCs, ease that tyre wear a little bit. You can extend the softs. Or same for the mediums. The mediums could easily go from medium to soft if you start on the mediums. So most of the drivers here choosing the medium, I'm assuming medium soft. I don't imagine many drivers will go medium hard unless they have some sort of damage early on in this race. And the soft runners, obviously, soft to medium. Making the most of the quicker tyre possible. I was saying actually in the to the guys yesterday, F1's getting a bit boring. They're saying, one driver always winning it. They should, to make it interesting, reduce tyre choices. Only have two tyre choices, soft or medium. You know, make it more interesting. Oh, Jack got disqualified from the pits. Sorry, from the formation lap. So look how far back he's going to start compared to his rival Moylan's. Compared to distance here, look, you can see the distance between the two drivers that got it right. And there's Moylan's and Jack. Jack a lot closer to Moylan's. And we're going to jump on board with someone so I can see the lights. We've got 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light, 5 lights. And it's pedal to the metal and away we go. Great start from the drivers here. Moylan already looking to make a run up the inside here. And he's got the inside line on Jack, who swings it wide, trying to get as much overspeed into the first corner. And he manages to hold off the attack from the Red Bull. So far, it looks like it's a fairly clean start for most of the drivers. A beautiful shot here of the S's. Can we see any mistakes from here? Little ducking and diving, weaving for position. It's like Cowd had a bit of a bad start there at the back of the grid. Let's also put on the tyres as well so we can see the damages and stuff like that to the race. Jack already trying to make a push and clear his way from Moyland. No, well, not much ERS being used, but a little bit of dibs and dabs. Oh, I thought Carl was going to lose it there, but he keeps holding that car nicely. Johnny has a bit of a moment, I think, because he had a bit of a spin. Using an overtake there, trying to get past Rob, and he does so down the long straight. Already up into 13th. It's a great start from the Aston Martin as he's chasing down the pack here. Oh, Dutch Face having a little look up the inside of Rob, but thinks better of it in the end, I think. I don't blame him. Cherry moving his way up the pack as well. Well, he's down into 12th right now, though, so not the best of starts from Cherry, as we're seeing Johnny trying to swing around the outside with the inside line now. Great acceleration there from the Aston Martin. Cherry gives him plenty of room. And up into 12th, already taking 5 places on the first lap. It's a great start from Johnny. Jack's had fast lap of the race so far, as you would expect. The first lap already is nearly a second ahead of Moylan. Apparently now it's down 1 minute, but yeah, second ahead of Moylan already. It's not a good start, as who's gone wide speed? He's gone very, very deep. He had a good start up into 4th place, and now he's side by side with the Alpine. Gives him plenty of room though. That Cowd as well, another little spin. Into the pits? No, just a bit of a spin. He's okay. He's still going. Who else we got? Anyone else that's on the attack or being attacked? Rob is on the back of Cherry. Looks like he's struggling, Cherry. Is he? I wonder if Cherry has got damage. He's not handling the message very well. Might have been a bad line. Robbie is on the softer tyres. He's got better grip than the AlphaTauri. Cherry defends the inside and tries to sweep and go the long way around. Maybe undercut. No. Doesn't get that done in the end. Elstefan does make a play, or lose a place, sorry, Johnny Stokes up into 11th. Yellow flags again. Oh, as Speedy and Alex trade in places here. See Speedy on those faster tyre. He's got the inside line for here. Can Alex swing it back? And no, he can't. A bit of a kickback there, stopping that momentum. So he will have to sit in 5th place as they watch James Al go into distance and away from DRS, which is what he would want. I would imagine now that Speedy should start reeling them in. Very clean start, I've got to say. Oh, I say that. And Jack spun! Jack's round! Jack's gone round. What's he doing? He's at a mare. DRS has been enabled as Rob's gone round as well. Gives Jack some sympathy there. Oh, that is not a good start from Jack. The pressure has got to him. He just needed 2 points today, and he's now down in the 14th with all the work to do in the world. Moylan takes the lead of this race. It's a fantastic race now. We've got to see what Jack has to do. Jack's got to be quite aggressive now. It's only lap 3. He's got a long way to go. It's not the end of the world for Jack. He is pushing a lot now as he tries to get round Dutch Face. But Dutch Face is on them soft tyres, but he finds the gap beautifully. And it's a great overtake there from Jack. And now eyes up Cherry in 12th place. Lovely camera shots here, I've got to say, from the helicopter cam. I'm liking this. Johnny up into 9th place. DRS enabled as well, so a good overtake from him. Gonna reel in Erez now. Can he make the move down into the very sharp corner, late on the brakes? Bit of a lock up there, but it's a fantastic overtake as Erez has gone round. And along with Ali Difa as well as on the apex. What's going on here? It's travesty. Jack already up into 10th with that, with them two cars making that mistake, so he gained 2 places there for free. He's still chasing down Cherry as well. So there we go, as Erez and Alidifa again switching round, fifth round. Frenzy picking up penalty along with Cowd. Oh, and Cowd again with another little spin. He's not having a good day today. He wants to be easy on that throttle. There we go. He's okay now. Rob having wing damage as well. It's not going to be good for him on them soft tyres. Along with Ali Defoe's got wing damage on the other side. So he's into the pits. Dutch face again overtaken there by Frenzy. Not having best of comebacks here. Dutch face down in 13th place. Cherry has been overtaken there by Jack. So Jack now eyeing up El Stefano, the Red Bull. Will El Stefano make it difficult, considering him and Moylan are teammates? Jack is very much pushing now as the gaps are starting to open up a little bit. Carl now chasing down Alex with DRS. Very careful on the brakes there was Carl. And you can distance there, you can see the battles forming behind him with Scotty and Chubb. Got a lot of pressure put on him. He needs to stay within the DRS of Alex. But he's doing very well, Carl. Doing very, very well. James out approaching the back of Moylan as well with DRS. If he can stay within, a bit wide there. Detection point, I think he's just made it because it was a couple of corners away. He has. There we go. DRS enabled for James. Let's have a look and see. We can see an overtake potentially happening. No, everyone's a bit too far away at the moment. Bit of a DRS train here behind Alex. He's right on the back of Speedy now on them soft tyres. Speedy's tyres either fallen off massively or he made a mistake somewhere. Speedy hasn't got his telemetry turned on anymore because it causes him to have connection issues. Jack right on the back of El Stefano now, as El Stefano does his best Perez impression. Not by doing that though. Bit wide there. Jack can capitalise if he can get the switch back on him. Oh, and he does. So inside line for Jack as they go side by side on the approach to the hairpin. Who got DRS there? I think Jack might have got it as well. Dutch face penalty there. 3 seconds. Yeah, there he did. Jack did get DRS. So well timed overtake there for the Ferrari. Why was it muted for? I didn't mute it. Alex and Speedy trading places again as they're battling it out. Speedy's definitely struggling on those soft tyres. Alex takes the inside line. And it's a beautiful move there up into third for that Alpine of Alex. Or that Kronenkorg. Speedy's starting to drop back quite a lot now from the pack. Ari's tyres struggling? You've all full course safety car here. I'm not sure what for though. And Speedy doesn't take no time to waste. Straight into the pits. Brilliant move from Speedy. Hey, I can see that was too quick. What are you doing? That was way too quick, Speedy. I could tell where you were going too quick for that one. Couple of drivers pitting as well with Chubb, Scotty in the pits. Jack's also in the pits. He could get held up by his teammate here as well. Double stack. It's a slight pause. It won't be too much. Oh, it's actually a couple of seconds maybe. But he has put on the hard tyre. Trying to go to the end here. Well, meanwhile, it's actually panned out quite badly for Moylan, really, because safety car has caught him. So he won't be able to pit and get a free stop under this. Whether he wanted that to happen, I don't know, but he is... No. He is still on the quick strategy. Pitting for a set of softs after this will be handy. But obviously now with Jack on the hard tyre, he has gained a pit stop over everyone. Or everyone that's pitted has gained a pit stop, I should say. So I wonder if safety car did catch Moylan or he slowed down. We'll have to wait and see on that one. We'll quickly check position changes. Johnny Stokes up 12 places, already in the 5th place. It's a fantastic start from the Aston Martin. So good start from him. The biggest loser at the moment is Jack, down 10 places in 11th. That's crucial. Crucial time loss there for Jack. But he only needs the 2 points to win, I believe. Let me just double check that actually on the message. He did message me earlier saying what he needed. So let's double check what he said. If he outscores Johnny by 2 points, he's got to outscore Johnny, so he doesn't need 2 points. He's outscored Johnny by 2 points. Johnny currently at the moment winning that battle. Johnny in 5th, Jack in 11th. No DNFs so far in this race. A couple of stops already been made, so Speedy went with a stop early. Oh, a couple of drivers, looks like they're diving into the pits now though. Dutch Face being one of them. And also Frenzy into the pits as he normally does the weird strat. So position changes a little bit there with Jack now losing 9 rather than 10. But there we go. So majority of the top 6, all of the tyres they started on mediums, 6-lap-old mediums. Everyone else, or other than and Eres, sorry, is on 6-lap-old mediums. We have Scotty, Chubb, and Jack all on the hards, along with Cherry, Frenzy, Dutch Face. Rob's chosen a medium tyre, and Adifa is on the hard, but there are 4-lap-olds. That was from his earlier stop with damage there. And Cowd has picked the soft tyre. Penalty wise, Speedy got a 5-second penalty for speeding. That was Speedy got a penalty for speeding. Who'd have thought it? Frenzy, Dutch Face, and Cowd all picking up time penalties there for exceeding track limits. Cowd picking up the most so far with 6 seconds of penalties. We'll put this back with that. Someone else to the pits. It looks like it's Ali Difa. Onto a set of hards. So he will come out ahead of Cowd. Will he catch up to the back of the pack? That is the question. I like slurping. But these drivers now just taking their time really. Safety car won't be in this lap at least anyway. Maybe the next lap. Tyre situation for these drivers. I mean, 20% on the mediums isn't bad actually, and this will help them extend their medium stint, which makes the soft choice a lot easier later on in the race. But like I said, losing that pit stop time to the ones that have pitted, yes, they'll be on the faster tyre, but it's still 20 seconds they'll have to regain, or 25 potentially, depending on how long this pit straight is. The gain you get from pitting under safety car is massive. Well, anything can happen on a restart. You never know. We have a little refill of vape while we wait for the cars to catch up. Cal done a bit of a struggle there, but he will catch up safety car and be back to the back of the pack, which is good for him. And safety car I would believe will be in this lap anyway. Would have put on a lot of stress on those soft tyres though. Very slow safety car as they go around the S's. Alex trying to get some heat into those tyres there, a bit of left and right. As we are now back with all 17 drivers. No DNFers so far in the session. I've just noticed that the Alpine has one blue at the front tyre and one red and one purple in the back. See here, the front's blue, the back's purple. Or pink. Never noticed that before. So we should start seeing the safety car be released soon, or the next few corners at least. So we'll stay on board with Alex. Here we go, safety car in this lap, so more than that dictates the pace of the pack. Doesn't want to go too slow. Alex getting very tail happy there, trying to get the heat into the rears. Trying to rev up the car as much as he can. So the benefit of these medium tyres, especially the scrub tyres, they will heat up a lot quicker than those pitted on new hards. So it should be a very quick getaway. But can Moylan gap enough to allow him to pit and still be in contention of winning this race once Jack overtakes? And Moylan's gone already. It's a huge gap been left by James, 7 tenths. So James falling asleep a little bit there at the restart. As we are back racing here in Austin, Texas. Full throttle here from Moylan as he's trying to break DRS early. He's already up to 9 tenths before the first corner. It's a fantastic restart from him. El Stefano and Speedy going side by side there as Speedy chooses the inside line. El Stefano whips it round the outside, goes very wide there, cuts back onto track, and lucky to only lose out on the one place. Rob picking up a penalty there. As Jack already up into 7th. Great restart from him. And he's chasing down the Alpine AlphaTauri of Speedy number 25. Pressure is on here. The gap between Jack and Moylan's decreasing with every overtake made. Jack is really having to push though. 70% overtake already used. Chubb and Scotty trading places. Scotty down into 10th. We'll jump back to Johnny making the move past Mr. Carl. There's a great move there. Up into 4th place. The last to first be on the cars. All he's got to do is stay ahead of Jack and stay 2 points ahead of Jack at that. And currently he's doing that very, very well. We have a DRS train here forming. As as I'm about to say, as Chubb gets an overtake there, but El Stefano whips it back. It gets the move done. Oh, very close there to being a pit maneuver from Scotty. But Scotty loses out on the place going very wide and battling now with Cherry. Moylan already broken DRS to James out, who is in a long, long DRS train. Yellow flags are waving. There's 2 little packs formed already, both led by Red Bulls. Moylan leading the front pack and El Stefano leading the chasing pack as Speedy holds off Jack and trying to make the move past Carl. We do know that Speedy and the Frouds do like to race hard with each other. Oh, a bit of a kick there from the Haas. As Cowd gets another penalty there. That makes it 9 seconds of penalties. For those who are keeping track. He needs to do all he can to get past Carl because he's under threat from that Ferrari. Chubb again with El Stefano battling it out as El Stefano forces that position wide. He's on the faster mediums but eventually has to concede as Chubb takes that place away from him. Speedy now with 3 wide into this corner. Jack choosing the inside line. Is he going to make it stick and get 2 for 1? And he does. It's a great move there from the Ferrari. Sees an opportunity well. And now he's right behind his championship rival of Johnny Stokes. Will Johnny have another fuel issue today? Or will he be able to get that car across the line and ahead of Jack? As Carl and Speedy again trading place. The yellow flags a wave at the back of Ali Defoe's had another spin. Yes, he has damage again as well as he makes his own track up. And not surprising there that he gets a penalty. As he stopped completely on track now. Is he having some sort of issue? DRS has been enabled. So hold there as as Johnny and Jack very, very close into turn 1. Jack chooses the inside line on those hard tyres and gets past Johnny. That would be enough to take the championship. If it stays the way it is. Because don't forget you get 25 points for first, 18 for second, 15 for third. You get 12 for fourth And then finally 10 points for 5th. As we have a DNF. 2 DNFs. Rob's gone out. It's in the pits. Rob's gone out in the pits as well as Aladifa. So no safety car here as Alex has already been overtaken. And Jack back up into 3rd. This is a good recovery drive from the Ferrari. DRS now on James Al. Oh, good defence there from James, choosing the inside line. A bit of contact there from the Ferrari and the Mercedes. Very close little fight here. Yellow flags are waving again as it looks like it's just a Haas rejoining the track. Oh, Alex had a little look up the inside there. Jack's trying to make a move on the inside of James Al. A bit of contact there. A bit of a pushy move from the Ferrari, I gotta say. Maybe there'll be words in the chat after that. Looks like he did just clip the back of the Mercedes, unsettling that car a little bit. Johnny is into the pits. That we take off those medium tyres and put on a set of softs or maybe a set of hards. We don't know. Wait and see. Jack now into 2nd place as he's being attacked. Oh, and more contact there from the Mercedes and the Ferrari. Going side by side yet again. This James is not giving up the position for about a fight. And he's giving Jack a bit of a run for his money. Rubbing is racing, as they always say. I'm sure there'll be definite words between these two drivers at the end of this race. We'll see how this pans out, though. Moylan's currently 4.4 seconds ahead as James has completely been ditched by James. All these J's. James has been ditched by Jack. And broken DRS as well, as now James will be under threat from the cars behind with Alex and Speedy, both with DRS. Are they going to go 3 wide? Alex looks to go to the outside lane. Sweeping around. Speed tries to follow. Late on the brakes there from James. But he has to yield that one. He manages to hold off Speedy though. He's still trying to hang it around the outside though. Got the inside line now. Different line he takes through this corner. Can he hold him off? Can he hold him off? There's a straight drag race to the next corner. Alex with the inside line has the racing line on ideal position. Can James swing it back? No. Alpine closes the door on him there. Fantastic battles all over track today. I'm going to stay on board with this as now James with DRS comes back at the Alpine. Choosing the inside lane. Late on the brakes again. Speed looking to make the move as contact's made between him and James Al. He does manage to get through Alex though, but Alex is still with him and still holding strong. As they're side by side still, and finally Speedy has to concede that position. And he drops back down to 5th place. He's looking though, Speedy. He's very punchy, very fighty. Yellow flags are waving again as Cowd's retired in the pits. Speedy trying to make his move past Alex. Alex will have the assist from DRS from James ahead of him. Gap between Moyland and Jack now down to 2.7 seconds. DRS open here. Speedy's trying to make the move. Chooses the outside lane. Gets past. Alex is trying to hang on. But Speedy's late on the brakes. Should be enough to take the position. It's a great move there from Speedy, who's now up into 4th place and now chasing James as Alex becomes a chaser now. What a battle between these 3 drivers. Strange line there from Alex. Gets a bit offline, loses a bit of time there. It's a good line if you're defending or attacking, not so much if you've got no one around you. Lose out a lot of time there. He's already out of DRS as Speedy's chasing down James Al. Very wide there from James. DRS will be enabled for Speed down this back straight or home straight. Alex is into the pits, changing those tyres. Speedy around the outside in turn 1, taking a very sweeping line. And James just takes the inside and goes, you know what, I'm fine where I am at the moment. Don't need to defend you that hard. You're a bit too far away to be a threat. Gap down to 1.8 seconds between the leaders, Moyland and Jack. James gets a penalty there, so That could help Speedy, but Speedy does have that 5 seconds from speeding in the pit lane. Oh, another mistake there from Jack because he's lost a bit of time to Moyland. 2.2, the gap's been increased to. Or 2.4 now. As Speedy now, another attack on the Mercedes of James Al. DRS opens. Not much James can do here. He just sticks it in the middle. And Speedy flies back past. And up into third place for the AlphaTauri. Oh, and he goes deep. James can go back at him here, but I don't think he's got the momentum to do so. Big mistake there from Speedy, but it still keeps third place. El Stefano and Erez going side by side here as El Stefano loses a place and Erez into the points. Cherry goes down as Johnny goes through. So Johnny, having pitted out those hard tyres, got a lot of ground to make up for the guys ahead of him. Thank you, Rob, for that 9-month streak now. Thank you very much. Why isn't the alert box working again? I mean, it came up, but no sound came up, did it? Oh, that's probably why. Would help if it wasn't muted. I will play that again for you. Oh, and I will also thank you for the follow. Haggard. Thank you for the follow, Haggard. I will play. Can I play that again? I don't think I can. I was a 10-month streak. Yes, oh, yes, a 9. Currently on a 9-month streak, but yeah, 10 months. 10 months now. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. All your follows are really appreciated. Thank you very much. We'll jump back on board with Speedy now as he's on the back of James yet again. Down the inside. Oh, down the inside lane. Gets past. James wants to cut it back, but unable to really. And again, Speedy goes deep. He's not got mastered that breaking point there. James can try and swing it back. He gets the inside here, but Speedy can hang it a little bit. Defends that apex beautifully. Makes his car as wide as possible. And able to defend from James out for the time being. Although the race for first is heating up now as Moylan's 1.2 seconds ahead of Jack, who's closed that gap so much now. And Moylan is yet to pit, so you have to pit for fresh tyres while Jack will go to the end on these quite happily. James a bit too far away from Speed to make an attack here. Scotty's trying to chase down Chubb. Erez gets a penalty 3 seconds, which gives El Stefano a bit of hope for a point. Alex and Cherry trading places. El Stefano also getting past Erez, who is now into the pit, and there's a 5-second penalty for Erez. Oh, 8 seconds in the space of 2 corners. Not good for him. Very quick stop though there by the Mercedes boys. And here we go. Jack with DRS finally after 16 laps. How is this battle going to pan out? The drivers are very opinionated in the chat with each other. Not the best of friends in racing. On or off track. All that love be seen here as we are approaching the climax of this race. 13 laps, well, say basically 12 laps to go now as they come to the end of lap 16. Moylan will need to pit very soon for a set of soft tyres. He ain't doing it yet. As it stands right now, Jack will take the championship as the world champion or season champion, wherever you want to put it. And here we go! So very late on the brakes from Jack. He rear-ended the back of Moylan's and he gets back past. I think you saw a repeat of Baku there in real life. That's a brown trousers moment if I've ever seen one. James and Speedy again trading places again all the time, left and right, back and forth these two. As Jack now still on the attack of the Red Bull. Jack now right behind Moreland, and I don't believe there's much Moreland can do to defend this. Overtake being used a little bit. Jack also using a little bit of overtake, 41% compared to Moreland's 41%. It's very even now as they're going into the hairpin side by side. Can Moreland hang it? No, he can't. Jack takes the racing line and straight through. Easy move there. Moreland has it all to do. Can he come back at him? Doesn't look like he's going to be able to as Jack stretches away. Another overtake from Speedy and James Arrow. And again, Speedy going deep. That corner is definitely the thorn in his side today. Not having a good day today at all in that particular corner. Will Moreland come into pit now? That is the question. No, he's staying out. No, he's in. He's in. He's in. Moreland is in. And he'll be on the soft tyres and the quickest tyre. And he's now praying for some sort of safety car once he gets out to try and bring that fight to Jack. What I was saying, that Jack would be able to pit for a set of softs as well. So maybe be the best of ideas for a safety car to come out now. Moreland needs to get past this fighting pack here and get ahead of Chubb. If he can possibly can, he does easy. So Chubb was not going to be able to affect his race as contact made between Johnny and Chubb there. Going side by side into the S's, more contact. And Chubb concedes and lets Johnny through. Yellow flags are waving. Not too sure what that was for though. Frenzy and El Stefano is in the pit. El Stefano. Penalty there for Carl. 3 seconds. The gap now. We'll have a look at the gap between the leaders and see what the gap is between Moreland and Jack. 18 seconds. Or 19. Can he make that up in 10 laps? We shall see. He needs to do a lot to make that up though. In 10 laps to gain 19 seconds. He needs to gain 2 seconds a lap on Jack to be up his backside on the last lap. So he needs to go more than 2 seconds a lap. He's very set in pole sectors though. He's right behind James out. I don't believe James will try and fight this too much. He knows that Moreland is on a faster strat and a different strat to him. But you never know. It's racing. These boys don't really give a hoot once they're in the racing seat. He'll just want to get past and have a battle. Oh, big contact there as James loses the rear a little bit. Moreland gets through though. Nothing malicious involved in that. Just a bit of understeer, oversteer, however you want to put it. Oversteer probably. A bit of snap from James, which forced him into the Red Bull. Lucky there's no damage on either car. And now the gap is clearly visible. 16 seconds. Which is incredible what he's made up already, Moreland. So it could be on still. Not so much for Johnny though. Johnny is a bit far out to make anything work here. Unless something spectacular happens in this race. And I've said that before and I'll say it again. Because it happens. I said it last time in Japan. As long as Johnny crosses, nothing happens to Johnny in the last few laps, or last 2 corners, he's won this race. And what happened? Runs out of fuel. So anything could happen. Scotty and Chubb still battling it out here. Ferrari and Aston Martin. DRS enabled here though for the Aston Martin. And it's a simple move. Chubb's going to have to watch that happen. Limited overtake there from Chubb. Bit of a lock up there from the Aston Martin, but nothing to write home about. Still keeps 5th place. It's a good scoring points for a good points haul for the Aston Martin. 5th and 4th, yeah. Sorry. But obviously 1st and 6th could also be a decent amount of points for the Ferrari boys. 13 seconds the gap as Moreland sets a fastest lap, 1:35.3. Brilliantly done there. Johnny Stokes getting past the pitting James Al, who's going to be putting on a set of softs. Can James Al translate the same as Moreland and start setting these blistering times? Got a lot of open air ahead of him between him and Alex. He can start putting some times in. Dutch Face get a penalty there. 3 seconds for corner cutting excessively. Speedy Well, he comes out behind James Al, crucially. That traffic of speed maybe held him up a little bit, not maybe the best of pit stops. Oh, he did have 5 seconds, didn't he? That 5 second there showing. It does gain, well, would have gained 2 seconds on him if he didn't have that 5 second penalty. El Stefano and Cherry trade in places as Cherry exits the pits. 11 second gap now between Moyland and Jack. Very, very close here. Alex diving down the inside of Chubb, making an overtake stick. Brilliant move up into fifth. Now he's chasing down the Aston Martin of Scotty. But he's now the fill-in an admin sandwich. A little bit wide there, a bit of dirty air from Scotty, caused him to go wide. Lovely battles here all over the track. Chubb's doing his best to stay in DRS, and he has done for the time being. But here we go, Alex now making the move on Scotty down in the inside lane. And it should be a simple overtake, and it is. Lovely stuff there for the Alpine. And up into fourth place for Alex. This battle's very close on track right now. We'll see if Scotty can stay within the DRS, but he is starting to lose the back of Alex here. He will get DRS though. The detection point is just here. That line here, that's detection point for DRS, so he will have DRS. I don't think Chubb will though. This is not what Chubb wanted. With limited ERS as well. They can't really reel him in. DRS enabled for Scotty. El Stefano and Cherry trading places here, going side by side somewhere through the S's, and I think El Stefano had to yield that one. Not surprising. And Scotty unable to reel in Alex. Cherry gets a penalty there, 3 seconds, which could elevate El Stefano if his gap stays as it is. Erez looking for some points this season. He's right behind Frenzy. He has got 8 seconds of penalties though, with that 5 seconds he got for speeding and the 3 second before. So he needs to start gapping Frenzy. Good move though. Up into 10th place. Gap between the leaders is 7.8 seconds. So it's coming down. But will those tyres hold on long enough for Moylan to make the overtake happen? You can see the Ferrari just in the distance over there. Top of the screen. As Moylan is only like a couple of corners away from him. Lovely helicopter shot again. Alex gets a penalty there. It's not what he wanted. Does help that everyone around him has penalties other than Chubb. Frenzy with 5 second penalty for speeding as well. So that could help Erez with his bid for points. It's definitely walks in the pits. The gaps again starting to open up a little bit. So only real battle we've got on the moment is Scotty trying to hang on to the back of Alex, which he's doing okay actually, not doing too bad. He rolls with about half a second into this braking area. He's using a lot of overtake though. Alex with 30% to compared with Scotty's 13, so nearly double, or more than double what the Aston Martin has compared to the Alpine. Bit of a kick there again from the Aston Martin. Can Alex capitalise on that and break DRS? No, he won't be able to do there. Takes a point. It's very early in that part of the track. A bit too early, really, I think. But there we go. DRS again for Aston Martin. 6 seconds the gap between Jack and Moyland. Johnny's doing his best to stay in contention, but he's right now too far away to really put pressure on Jack or Moyland here. This game is full of bugs, connection issues, wing damage not being repaired. It's a mess. That's from Rob. No, it is. It's a shame, really, because this game could be... Oh, the big snap there! This game could be so much better if they just got these little issues fixed, but they concentrate, I think, too much on graphics and not about racing. They should concentrate on the racing side of it a bit more. Like, we have got so many... Like, if you could compare... I know we're comparing iRacing, which by comparing chalk and cheese. It's a simulator to an arcade game. But they focus heavily on the driving style rather than the graphics. And you can just tell how good the game is compared to this. This is a very niche market anyway, F1, but it is growing in popularity. And I think every time it does grow in popularity, they make the game look better rather than feel better for those avid racers like us to help the novice driver, as it were. James out is reeling in Scotty, slowly approaching. Didn't notice him. A little bit like a crouching tiger, hidden dragon kind of thing. Look at the traction he's got on those soft tyres inside lane. Brilliant move up into 5th place. That's a fantastic overtake there for a quite difficult part of the track. Very respectful from both drivers as well. As he got DRS as well. DRS, or did he get DRS? Well, it said he got DRS, but he's not enabled it, so what do I know? 4.6 seconds the gap between Moylan and Jack. What's the tyre situation looking like? Jack, 55%, give or take. Moylan's 33%. Moylan's starting to push a little bit. Jack's feeling the threat, I think. He's starting to use a bit of overtake up. 65% overtake for the Ferrari. A couple of penalties being dished out there. Scotty and Erez picking up penalties as Carl's into the pits. That's just for a new... For medium tyres, Carl? Come on, Carl. You've not gone all the way? Our racing is so much better. They work on quality rather than focusing on rehearsing the same buggy mess every year. Yeah. I think it helps as well that iRacing's on a subscription. A prescription. Jack's got a penalty. Hold that full. Jack's got a penalty. 3 seconds. I'm more than just got to get within a second of him to take the win of this race, which makes the pressure off him a little bit. But yeah, so like with F1, obviously they got to recreate a game every year, whereas iRacing just maintaining a game. I'm sure if F1 did a subscription-based game, it could improve and it would be a lot better. But yeah, it's not happening at the moment, and I can't see it happening for a very, 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 very long time. I think it'll be better for people. Like I think people would rather pay subscription and make it a bit cheaper, than to constantly have a buggy game every year. But hey ho, I don't make games; I just play them. More than 3.5 seconds the gap. He just needs to gain 6/10, take the lead, and win this race here in Austin, Texas. I was singing it a lot earlier, but all my exes live in Texas. Speedy's chasing down the back of that Ferrari, trying to regain some points here. Should be a simple move, really, for the AlphaTauri compared to the struggling Ferrari with limited ERS. DRS will come easily to Speedy. Like I said, overtake happening without much threat from Chubb. Does defend the inside though. And he's pushing as much as he can do, but yeah, he has to yield that, I think. Concede that position a little bit, but Speedy does go wide here. And for once, he's made the corner. Go on, Speedy. Only took you 26 laps to do that. Well done. 3.2 second gap between Moyland and Jack. DRS for Carl as he's chasing down El Stefano for the wooden spoon, aka 11th place. As Cherry and Erez trading places here. Cherry on those soft tyres. Oh, big lock up from both drivers here. But El Stefano gains or regains or holds 11th place. As contact's made. Huge contact there between El Stefano and Carl. And I'm sure the stewards will have a word about that one after this. Big mistake there from Carl as he locks up, hits the back of the Red Bull. And I've got to say, I think fault lies there with the Hash driver. 3.1 second gap between the leaders. Is there going to be a twist to this tail? Can Moyland reel in that 2/10 or 1/10 he needs? He needs to really push, but those tyres on the softs are going to start feeling a bit worn, as well as the hard runners as well. Yeah, everyone's description. It's just 75 graphic update. It's very true. It is very true. He's flirting with that 3 seconds at the moment, Moyland. Just needs to keep it clean. And push when he needs to push. Johnny is going to have to settle for third unless, again, something happens between these two drivers up front. Starting the last 2 laps of this race. Frenzy chasing down El Stefano with that damage. Was it with that spin earlier? Carl has got damage there, wing damage from that contact. No one else I can see with damage anyway, other than Carl. James out, reeling in Alex, but with 2 laps to go, can he make the move? Alex healthier on ERS. Tyre wear though, very, very much even this stage, really, if you consider the softs will be feeling a bit rough at the moment, but there's still got a bit of life left in them. Moylan's still flirting with that 3 seconds. He needs to just break that 2/10 to gain that position on track. Sorry, off track. Well, after penalties, wherever you want to put it. DRS here for James Al. Can he gain enough on Alex? Will it be a last lap attempt? Oh, it's going to be very close. Late on the brakes. Both drivers hitting that brake late. Alex has the yield and James up into 4th again, but penalties could come into this after the race. We won't look at any penalties until after this, as the final lap has begun. Jack's last final lap. Moylan still flowing at 3 seconds. Tyre wear looks really bad on that Ferrari. Bit of life left in those softs, but I think it's going to be very difficult for this Red Bull to stay within that 3 second window he needs. I mean, there could be another penalty to Jack later on. There was contact we did see. You know, could there be a steward's inquiry after this race? We don't know. As it stands for a championship, it won't make too much of a difference. Yellow flags are waving. I'm not too sure what that's for. It's Dutch faces round. He's okay though. He's back on the track again. Scotty and Speedy side by side here, just into turn 1. Speedy takes that into 6, but Scotty's going to try and hang it on the inside. Can they keep it clean? Yes, Scotty has to yield that one. Staying on board with Moyland and Jack. It's still 2 temps now. Moyland's doing all he can, and so is Jack, to stay in the where they are. Moylan's trying to do his best to get that first place off way from the Ferrari. But his last few corners, unless a mistake happens here. Oh, I say that. Look at the gap there. Just decreased massively. 2.8. So here we go. Jack's got to cross the line. Will he cross the line? Will he take first place? First of all, that is the big question. Crosses the line. Does he keep it? Does he keep it? No! Moylan takes the race win. Jack takes second. But crucially, Jack will take the championship and will be the season winner here in Austin. But we're on board now with the condolence for Johnny Stokes, really, as he's going to cross the line in 3rd place. Not enough to keep the championship hopes alive, but it's a great end to this race. Alex does jump James out on penalties and keeps his 4th. James out in 5th. Speedy and Scotty are still going side by side for a pointless battle, really, because these two aren't. They're going to stay where they are because of the penalties from Scotty. But Speedy takes 6th. Scotty takes 7th. Chubb jumps Scotty. That's probably why he was pushing so much. Into 7th. Scotty jumps down to 8th. Cherry, can he hold on? Can Erez hold on for a point. It's going to be so close now between these drivers. Erez has not scored a point all season. Can he get it at the death? Very wide there, but it's okay. Cherry's going to cross the line. Cherry's going to cross the line. Can Erez do anything about it? No, 5-second penalty to be served, and he loses it. He loses it. Loses his point. 11th place for him. Frenzy takes 12th and gets jumped by El Stefano on penalties. What an end to this race. What an end. Johnny Stokes, driver of the day. For those who missed that because of the advert, I will read the standings out one more time and just reconfirm everything here. What a race. Softs were fucked by lap 23. Last lap was pretty much ice skating, but you got it. So well done. Good race win, Moyland. But yeah, it's fantastic. Fantastic race to watch. So here we go, your final standings for this race. Moylan takes the race win away from Jack with that penalty there. Look at the gap, so close there. But Moylan takes the race win. Although Jack doesn't win the race, he does win the championship as he did finish 2 points ahead of Johnny, which is what he needed to. Johnny comes in third after an amazing race from last to third. Maybe if he qualified set in a decent lap, he could have changed the tide here, but unfortunately we'll never know. Alex stays in fourth, qualified in fourth, stays in fourth for a good little battle on track with James and Speed and everyone really. Great fight from him in fourth. James out in fifth place, great race from him as well. Speedy stays in sixth, but well done to him. Chubb in seventh, Scotty in eighth for that penalty there, dropping him down. Cherry takes ninth. Carl able to just jump Erez on penalties. Erez was in the penalties, but gets jumped and will score again, no points. Elstefan takes 12th, Frenzy takes 13th, Dutch Face takes 14th, and our DNFers today was Cowd, Ali Difa, and Rob Sim Racer. Great race. Great race. What we'll do now, quickly read the calendar, check the calendar for the next race. So 2 races left in this shortened season. We have Belgium next week, aka Spa. So do join us on the 18th of September for that. And then we end this season on a sprint in Saudi Arabia. So yeah, do join us for that one as well. But yeah, it's the end of the session, end of the race here in Circuit of the Americas, aka Austin, aka Texas, aka America, 1 of 3. So yeah, well done to all the race winners. Well done. Congratulations to Jack, your new drivers champion. And yeah, so join us next week for the Belgian Grand Prix. It's going to be a good one. But yeah, thank you very much. I'll see you next week. Good night.